National groups such as HS2 Alliance, 51M, Aghast, and local groups, including Great Missenden HS2, have made excellent progress up to now in terms of lobbying MPs, influencing the media and transport experts. And really, certainly the tide of informed opinion, both in the academic world and in the media as well, has turned our way. Legal challenges will be mounted in the next couple of months, and that's the centrepiece of what we're going to be talking about today. So I'm going to come on now to our speakers, and I'd like to introduce first of all Mark Ladd, who is the chairman of Great Missenden HS2.
Thank you, Agnes, very much, and thank you for setting the scene so well. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. And thank you, so many of you, for coming out and showing interest in what is a biggest challenge facing us at the moment. If you don't recognise my name, it means probably you're not getting the regular newsletter we're sending out. So, if you're not, could you make sure that Andrew Garnett in the striped shirt at the back is given your email address, and I can then make sure that we keep the monthly or even more frequent newsletter information available to you. By brief background, the anti-HS2 campaign involves around 70 action groups, of which we have one here in Great Missenden, all operating under a federal structure under the Aghast name. The reason for the federation and the slight uncertainty of the lines of communication is to make sure that the Department of Transport and the government don't understand where the protests are coming from. The guerrilla tactics is undoubtedly the right way forward, and that's why there is an element of confusion between the action groups, the federation, Aghast, organisations and research organisations, and campaigners like HS2, Action Alliance, and Transport Sense. We, in our group here in Great Missenden, are significant supporters of Aghast, both financially and through the media, through activities which we can do here because we are in such a key area, close to Chequers, and at the heart of the Chilterns. And the one thing that actually annoys me most of all about the HS2 campaign is the argument that it is improving the Chilterns by producing a tunnel which comes out in my village of Little Missenden, 1.5 miles up there, and we're going to have a lay-down area, we're going to have access roads and everything into the middle of the Chilterns, rather than even on the edge at Amersham. However, that's my local plug. Turning to the national situation, all the action groups are actively involved in this vital stage of the campaign. There are 3 arms to it. One is to continue the ongoing campaign, which has been successful in the media, I believe, in turning significant influencers like the Financial Times and The Economist, who do influence the civil service, the Treasury, and the government against HS2. The second is the judicial reviews we're going to hear about later on. And if in fact the route actually does go ahead and the government are wanting to waste all this money, then we've got to then act as best we can to achieve the maximum mitigation in the area and through the Chilterns. So, in the Missenden Group, we need your help now in approaching this and dealing with these new challenges. We obviously need your help and your money. There's no point in beating about the bush. We need to continue to fund the campaign. We need money to support the judicial reviews which are going out. And we, in this area, need help with all sorts of things. And if you could spare a couple of hours a month, we would be extremely grateful. And Andrew Garnett will take your names so that we can get in touch with you for putting leaflets through doors, putting up posters, to make sure we keep the posters attacking the HS2 that Cameron, each time he goes to Chequers, hits these posters. Some of them are superb. We need to keep them up, because whenever there's a foreign dignitary coming, they do their best to take them all down again. So it's an ongoing process to keep the campaign going. We need people and bodies to actually make sure that they keep going. So thank you all very much for coming. I hope we will be able to keep in touch with you through newsletters, and also for your support, both financially and with your hands and legs and whatever is needed to keep the activity going. So thank you very much indeed.